Yes, my fellow Africa, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, viewers. Yes, I'm here to give Africans message, especially Africans. I want to thank them and congratulate them for their achievement so far. I want to thank President of Nigeria for tackling corruption, for giving the approval of NDDC investigation. I want to congratulate Nigerians for that. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, including this period of coronavirus. These people still they do like this. Why the NDDC students, Niger Delta students are stranded in abroad. But President Buhari released almost 81 billion in 6 months to Niger Delta. In 3 months, Minister of Niger Delta and his people have squandered 40 billion. The shade, come on. No. This time around, I think I need to speak. My fellow Africans, our president, AU president, I greet you and I thank you. You are a great man. And I thank you for your encouragement. It's not easy. We understand the pressure you are passing through. We understand what you guys are passing through. We understand the stress. It's not easy, especially from international communities, for their demand, the changes they want you guys to make. We understand, but we still believe God is in control. I want to speak to our leaders in general, African leaders, AU leaders, President Ramaphosa, South Africa President. Please, I want you to take this word very serious. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, she's a merited candidate for that WTO, that World Trade Organization. Allow that woman to go there. Push her, do everything possible to make sure she go there. The reasons are these. Africa has never had opportunity to enter there. We don't want somebody to go there to play a child's play. That lady had experience. She had experience. And she had proven her quality beyond reasonable doubt. And it's a woman. Let's give woman a chance to push there. Please. I think she's a right candidate to go there. Please do whatever thing you can do. African leaders, do whatever thing you can do to make sure that she enter there, so that we can be able to increase our business, so that we can be able to increase in international community. Another thing I want to discuss with our leaders is this. President Ramaphosa, please, I want you guys to take this thing very serious, because you guys are not seeing this thing the way I am seeing it. You guys are not seeing it the way we are seeing it. If you look at the issue of China and America and India and Hong Kong, it's not a child's play. If you look at the issue of Africa, you see there's something we are suffering the most. We are suffering insecurity. We are not secured. If you go back to the history, you see that during the time of First World War and the Second World War, they can't take black Africans, they go fight war. I beg you, President Ramaphosa, I don't want that thing to happen to Africans again. Please. I want you guys to understand here first that we are still using the administration of the system of slavery. I want us to try understand and change something here. That is why I'm making this video, and I want people to share this video. I want everyone, no matter how small, how big, no matter office you occupy, no matter position you occupy, I want you to pay attention and listen to this video. Share this video. Let people listen to it. It happened to Africa before, and I don't want that thing to happen again. I don't want them to come here and pick Africa to go and fight a war they don't know anything about, the money they did not eat. Africans are struggling here, so we need to balance our economy. You understand? Please, President Ramaphosa, I want you to introduce something new. Use this opportunity. Forget about then Africa will be good 1950 or 2050, 2063. Please, remove that dream. Cancel that dream. That is not a dream. Please, we don't want that kind of dream. Please, we don't want that kind of dream. We want Africa to take things very serious. Our leaders, please. We want you to take it very, very serious. I want you to call Africa leaders. We should introduce Africa courts. We should introduce new justice department in Africa continent. Look at the issue of Libya. You can imagine. Russia, America, Europe, Turkey, everybody they use Libya for toy. I want us to understand something here. You know why I'm hitting on this? Our president, great man. Use this it's your opportunity. Use it. Be a fearless man. May God give you grace. May God give you grace. May God increase your grace. May God increase your capacity. Use this opportunity. And I want to see, let us push so that they will extend your tenure. You are a good leader. You listen to people. You pay attention. You are a good leader. Let them extend your tenure so that you can be able to achieve something. Let us introduce new system of government in Africa. Let us introduce new system of army, new system of police, new system of law enforcement in general. Let us get Africa courts so that we can be able to tackle corruption. If you look at that issue of NDDC now, that issue is supposed to go to Africa courts. Let us stop waiting for United Nations. Let me tell you something. United Nations and WHO are using Africa for scam. People don't know. They raise money for them. If you ask them what are they doing, they say they use it to give Africa food. I beg Africa leaders, let us change this dream. Let us stop this corruption. Let us fight this corruption. If you do this, then I'm telling you, it will benefit us a lot. It will enable our embassy to be strengthened. You understand? We should get Africa courts. We should get Africa soldiers. When they say, yeah, this is Africa Academy. When they say, in Africa Academy, they can be able to train up to 500,000 soldiers in a year. When we're talking of Africa soldiers, we're not talking of only to carry gun. We take African soldiers as a doctors. We train African soldiers as a nurse. We train African soldiers in technology. We train African soldiers in producing weapons. We train African soldiers so that we should stop paying tax to foreign communities. So that we should stop being scared. So that they should stop taking. Don't forget that this is the reason why our parents failed the last time. They failed because they had no weapon. Even up to date, we have no weapon. Indian purchased weapon of billions last week, last 2 weeks. They purchased from US, they purchased from Russia. Billions upon billions. But so many African countries here are still going to IMF to go and borrow money. Can we try arrange ourselves? Please, our leader, let us arrange ourselves. Let us use this opportunity so that if we use this opportunity to tackle corruption, we can be able to strengthen Africa in a twinkle of eye. Only problem we have here is corruption. Not that we have intellectual empire. Africa are very, very standard. We are very intelligent. When you introduce that thing, yes, it will look very difficult, but it's all about you allow intelligent people to work with you. Allow intelligent people to work with you. You need intelligent people. If you see intelligent people around you with you, you ask, sky is your remit. Sky is your remit immediately. That is one thing. Another thing again, I want African leaders to also take this thing very serious. If we must tackle poverty or tackle unemployment, we must understand some basic things there. This is one. Any country that 10% are the billionaires, 90% are poor, that country will remain poor. Get it in mind. Not that the president is not trying. Not that the ministers are not trying. The problem is the kind of agency they introduce. in their administrations are the thing that killing most of all these governments. Okay, let me use Niger Delta for example. Let me use Niger Delta for example. NDDC. What is wrong if government give scholarship to students through bank? All these things are through bank. Even when you introduce agency is not supposed to bring money. What agency is supposed to do is either people apply through agency or people go straight to the bank. You apply online. Government should know that any advanced country is only two entities control the fund there, bank and insurance. So that is why government should make sure that bank will not be killing the poor the most. Government should put eye inside banking system and see where the scam is coming from, so that government should work with bank to assist their youth, to assist unemployment, to assist startup business. So many investors are coming here to invest, but what condition are they coming to invest? What are they investing on? Everybody they come here, they keep they invest inside on top of the one where they don't invest before. The one that is getting rich keep getting rich. The one that is getting rich keep getting rich. But to the one that is starting up and not getting opportunity, they don't get any investor. For example, let me use this NDDC for example as I'm explaining. You see, those students are now in abroad stranded because government Obasanjo introduced Niger Delta. Okay, there's no problem. For them, they get a minister get a manager get this one get this one get this one. From that 81 billion, they don't share the money. They say they use 200 and something for media. They use 70 something million for consultation. Just go there and see excuses when these are the things we're talking about. President Ramaphosa, can you speak to African leaders so that let us come up with a new system? Let us Let us stop this child's play so that people can be able to benefit from. Because it will look as if you president are not working. It look as if you ministers are not working. No, you guys are pushing, but too many agencies is the problem. Let me give another example. Let me use South Africa for example, for a startup, because I'm been in South Africa for a long time. I've been coming here seeing what is happening here. Let me use that startup for example. They introduced something they call NYDA, Youth Development Agency. Those people, if you go there, they will go there. Yes, people are going there. Yes, a lot of things are going there. People are going there. But the question is this: that NYDA, that SEDA, NEF, check how much the government have invest in those agencies. You check how many startups that succeed from them. That is where you know that thing is not existing. Let me introduce something new to African leaders so that they can be able to help their startups. If somebody wants to start up a business, the person have an idea. For example, all these ladies in